Don't redesign your garden until you see these ideas. Stop. Before you rip out a single plant, before you order one bag of mulch, before you spend a single dollar on your garden redesign, I need you to watch this first, because I've seen it happen too many times. Someone gets excited, tears out their old landscaping on a Saturday morning, and by Sunday afternoon, they're standing in a pile of dirt, thinking, wait, what was my plan again? So today, we're doing this differently. I'm giving you the ideas before you touch a shovel, not after. And this is Modern Yard Lab, where we turn ordinary yards into spaces that actually feel expensive, intentional, and, dare I say, a little bit luxurious. If that sounds like your kind of channel, hit subscribe now, because by the end of this video, you're going to want to see what else we've got. Alright, let's get into it. Section 1. The mistake everyone makes first. Here's the truth nobody tells you. Most garden redesigns fail before they even begin. Not because of bad taste, because of bad order. People start with plants. They should start with structure. Think about it like building a house. You wouldn't pick paint colors before you've poured the foundation, right? Your garden works the same way. Before any plant goes in the ground, you need to know your lines, where the paths go, where the eye travels, where people will actually stand and sit. Quick question for you. Drop it in the comments right now. When you look at your current yard, is there an actual path your eye follows? Or does it just kind of go everywhere at once? Be honest. I'll be reading these. Because that one answer tells me almost everything about what's wrong with a yard. Section 2. The luxury secret. Restraint. Now here's something that separates an expensive-looking yard from an average one, and it has nothing to do with budget. It's restraint. The yards that look like they belong in a design magazine, they're not using 12 different materials. They're using 2, maybe 3. A concrete paver, a steel edge, one hero plant repeated again and again, instead of 15 different varieties fighting for attention. I call this the 3-material rule. Pick your hardscape material, pick your accent material, and pick your plant palette, and then have the discipline to stop there. It feels counterintuitive, right? Like more variety equals more interesting. But it's actually the opposite. Repetition creates rhythm, and rhythm is what makes a space feel designed instead of just decorated. If you've ever walked into a yard and thought, wow, this feels so calm and put together, I promise you, restraint is the reason. Not more stuff. Less. Repeated well. Section 3. Work with your light, not against it. Here's one most people skip completely. Where does the sun actually hit your yard, and when? Not where you think it hits. Go outside. Watch it. Morning light, midday light, evening light, they hit different corners of your yard, and they change everything about what will thrive there and what your space will feel like at different times of day. This is where a lot of Pinterest fails come from. Someone falls in love with a moody, dramatic planting scheme they saw online, plants it in a spot that gets blasting afternoon sun, and 6 weeks later it's crispy and dead. So here's your homework, and I actually want you to do this one. This week, take 5 minutes at 3 different times of day, morning, noon, evening, and just watch where the light lands in your yard. Screenshot it, sketch it, whatever works. That map is going to save you more money than any product I could ever recommend. Comment below and tell me, morning sun or evening sun in your favorite corner. I want to know what we're working with. Section 4. The privacy element. Nobody budgets for. Let's talk about something that gets overlooked until it's too late. Privacy. You can have the most beautifully designed yard in the neighborhood, but if you can see your neighbor's kitchen window and they can see you sipping your coffee at 7 a.m., you're never going to relax out there. Never. The good news? Privacy doesn't have to mean a giant fence that blocks your light and makes your yard feel like a box. Modern privacy is about layering. A slim steel screen here, a cluster of tall, narrow grasses there. Maybe a pergola with slatted timber that filters the view without shutting it out completely. You're not building a wall. You're building edges. Soft boundaries that say, "This is my space," without saying, "I am hiding from the world." And here's the luxury trick: uneven spacing. Perfectly even privacy screens look like a fence. Slightly varied spacing. A little tighter here, a little looser there. Looks like it was designed by an actual landscape architect. Because that's exactly the trick they use. Section 5. The one thing that makes everything look expensive. If I had to pick just one thing, one single upgrade that instantly makes a yard look like it cost triple what it actually did, it's this: clean edges. I'm talking about the line where your lawn meets your garden bed, where your gravel meets your path, where your planting meets your pavers. A crisp, sharp, intentional edge does more for a yard's perceived value than almost anything else you could spend money on. You can have gorgeous plants, beautiful materials, perfect lighting. But if the edges are messy and undefined, the whole thing reads as unfinished. And the reverse is also true. Even a fairly simple planting scheme looks polished and premium the moment it has a clean, defined edge around it. Steel edging, cut stone, even a well-maintained trench edge with a spade. Pick one, keep it consistent throughout your yard, and watch how much more designed everything suddenly feels. All right, real talk moment. Which one of these 5 ideas is the one you're going to tackle first? Structure, restraint, light mapping, privacy layering, or clean edges? I want an honest answer in the comments. Not all of them. Pick one. That's how we hold each other accountable. Closing. So before you redesign anything, walk your yard one more time. Look at your lines. Count your materials. Watch your light. Think about your privacy. And promise yourself you'll get those edges clean. Do that, and you're already ahead of 90% of people who start a garden redesign. If this video saved you from making a mistake you didn't even know you were about to make, that's exactly what Modern Yard Lab is here for. Hit subscribe, because we've got full step-by-step transformations coming. Real yards, real budgets, real before and afters. And you don't want to miss those. And seriously, comment below. Tell me which idea you're starting with. I read every single one, and I might just feature your yard in a future video. This has been Modern Yard Lab. Go look at your yard differently today. I'll see you in the next one.